Wi-Fi at work is everything. One, I work on Wi-Fi, so that's one. Two, I pretty much rely on my laptop and my phone almost at every instance, and I'm not always at my desk, which means that Wi-Fi is the only way I get connected to work wherever I am. So this is the key productivity tool for me. Without it, my productivity would simply go out for a toss. I rely on Wi-Fi for almost everything. I have about 27 Wi-Fi connected devices at home. Laptops, tablets, phones, thermostats, smoke alarms, and even a lawn watering system that relies on Wi-Fi. I really don't have a cable connection at home. Instead, I rely on pulling content from Netflix and Amazon and streaming it to my over-the-top box. My daughter also just loves the idea of talking to Alexa or Google to get her favorite music. Basically, my family relies on Wi-Fi for everything. Wi-Fi is synonymous to connectivity. Wi-Fi for me epitomizes the notion of connecting everything, which incidentally is the corporate tagline for Broadcom. Without Wi-Fi, there is a fundamental question of whether the internet would have been as pervasive as it is today. Would we have had laptops and smartphones? Would you have been able to use Facebook and WhatsApp like you're doing today? Would you have been able to stream video through Netflix or Amazon, or be able to use voice assistants? Granted that some of these use cases would have happened with a cellular connection, but the cost of data in a cellular connection would have prevented innovation from happening as rapidly as it is today. So Wi-Fi has clearly impacted the world in a way that no other technology has. The biggest impact that Wi-Fi has had in the technology industry, in my mind, is that it has accelerated the pace of innovation. The cost of data in unlicensed spectrum is so low that innovators don't think twice about whether the consumer is willing to pay for that application or not. They keep innovating and driving to new use cases. Ever since the day that Steve Jobs passed his iBook through a hula hoop to demonstrate the value of Wi-Fi, it has been a key catalyst for every innovation that has happened here. Devices like the laptop, smartphones, or tablets are driven by Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi drives new use cases. Effectively, Wi-Fi has kept giving to the technology industry. The future of Wi-Fi looks bright. Around the corner, we have the next generation of Wi-Fi, 802.11ax, which is effectively a complete re-architecture of the nuts and bolts of Wi-Fi to enable new age consumer use cases and to support IoT. You will see more and more people getting connected as technology leaders seek to connect the next billion people. You will see Wi-Fi getting proliferated into new frequency bands as the industry looks to enable Wi-Fi in the 6 gigahertz spectrum that will allow you for even more use cases. In general, you're going to see the speeds and feeds increase as well. Technology changes at such a rapid pace that predicting what would happen in 2028 is going to be difficult. Who would have said in late 90s that smartphones would be a phenomenon? Who would have said at the turn of the last decade that voice assistants would be a phenomenon today? If I generalize that, it's going to be difficult for me to state what would happen in 2028. But more broadly so, I think there would be more and more devices that are getting connected. Gartner, for example, says that an average family of 4 in 2022 will have about 50 connected devices. If that turns out to be true, you will see that Wi-Fi is going to be far more pervasive in 2028 than it is today. Broadcom's tagline is connecting everything. Wi-Fi is the key to connecting everything. Last year, we announced a slew of 802.11ax products under the Max Wi-Fi umbrella. A few of our customers have already announced products that would be in the markets this year. We are very excited. We're looking forward to having these 11ax enabled devices in our consumers' hands. At the turn of this decade, when 802.11ac was launched, the challenge that it was trying to solve was one of video consumption. There were more devices and more users accessing video. Video traffic was exploding, and 11ac very elegantly solved the video consumption challenge. As consumer use cases evolve, what we've noticed is that more and more consumers are now uploading video. If you go to a football game, you want to live stream your experiences of the game and upload it into the cloud, show it over Facebook. This means that there is a fundamental change in how people view data and people access data. There was a need to redesign Wi-Fi to support upload use cases. That's where 11ax comes in. It's a nuts and bolts re-architecture that is designed to more appropriately solve the data upload challenge. In addition, because of some of the innovations that are in 802.11ax, such as the orthogonal frequency division multiple access, which is OFDMA, it also helps address the notion of IoT and the numerous connected devices in your home. Wi-Fi, as we all agree, is a very significant part of a smartphone. However, we do turn off Wi-Fi in an attempt to preserve the battery. We would not have to do that with 802.11ax. Traditional Wi-Fi is designed such that your phone and other devices of the network will have to listen into the air to see when they can transmit. What this does is this effectively means they have to stay awake, and it results in a battery drain. With OFDMA and scheduled access, 802.11ax lets these phones and other clients go to sleep until it is their turn to transmit. Effectively, they're preserving their batteries and your device runs for longer. Take a room where there are 4 people sleeping in their respective beds, and they have to wake up at different points in the morning. In traditional Wi-Fi, there would be one alarm clock that rings at, say, 5 a.m. when person A wants to wake up, and 7 a.m. when person B wants to wake up, and so on. Effectively, each time it rings, all 4 people wake up, and they realize that it's not their time to wake up, and they go back to sleep. They're drained of energy, they don't get good sleep. However, in 11ax world, it would be as if each one has a personal alarm and they wake up only to the sounds of their alarm, effectively getting a good night's sleep and waking up at the time they need to. This is exactly what happens with 11ax. These devices are told to go to sleep until it's their time to transmit. This effectively enables them to go save battery life, and so your phone runs for longer. .11ax is complementary to 5G. Unlike 3G or 4G, 5G enables various physical layer technologies to come together, including those in the unlicensed band, to meet consumer needs. 802.11ax, with its ability to perform very, very well in dense environments, is well suited to meet a lot of the 5G needs. It already meets some of the IMP 2020 requirements. .11ax, with its nuts and bolts re-architecture, is very well suited for dense environments. OFDMA, which forms the fundamental basis for 802.11ax, helps networks use spectrum a lot more efficiently. For the same amount of spectrum, for the same amount of bandwidth, now more users can be part of the network, more devices can be serviced satisfactorily at the same time. The overall increase in capacity definitely helps in performance in dense environments. That's not all. There are other specific technological knobs that are in 802.11ax that are specifically meant to address performance in dense environments.